Hey guys, Kirsty Snyder here. We are doing Teachable Tuesday tonight on May 3rd about effective direct messages, how to posture yourself, how to lead, and also how to be effective in closing the deal, assuming the sale, all that good stuff, along with a bit of call to action because that's important as well. Okay, so when you guys get on, if you don't see the red light button, that means you're catching the replay. Hashtag replay in the comments and then be intentionally present. If I ask a question, if you have a question, whatever it is, be sure to tag me if you're catching the replay. That way I can see your comment if you need a further, clarity around something. All right. And then let's see. If you're here with me live, put hashtag live in the comments and let me know what city, state, or what country you're tuning in from. Always be doing that because we're boosting it into algorithm when the dozen of you on right now are first on live. The more you comment, the more you engage from the very beginning, the more other people can see the Teachable Tuesday and hop on so that they can get a lot of information as well. Okay, deal? Put deal in the comments if you agree with that. Let's rock and roll. Let's see. I am going to start tagging a couple people. I encourage you guys to do the exact same because that's important that we're all in collaboration together. Do you guys remember what I said about collaboration? I think it was last week. Collaboration is coming from abundance, competition is coming from lack. So the more you guys can comment, the more you can tag people right now in this video, whether they're on your team or not, whether you personally sponsored them or not. I want you to swipe me down on your phone. So I'm little in the corner. Go to the top of this group, the members section. Okay. And put the @ sign and then tag someone. But don't tag people who are not in this group. They're not going to see it. They won't be notified. And, there's no point in tagging them if they're not on our team. So be sure to tag them right here, right now. Let's go, peeps. Yep. 100%. All right. Good to have you guys on. Carlos, Cheryl, Carl, Daniel, Jason, Lance, Richard, good to have you guys on. Ashley, great to see you. Okay. So, don't know why it's making my comments look a little weird, but that's fine. All right. So I'm going to tag a few people right now, and then we'll get rocking here in just a moment. Okay, you guys just get to stare at my concentrating face here for a second as I tag people because that's super, super important. Okay. Keep it coming, you guys. We've got 16 people on right now, which is great. That's awesome. But of course, we need more. So let's get going. Let's see. Yep. Get. Awesome, Steven. You're live. Good. Awesome, guys. Good to have you guys on. John, Sim, Carlos, good to have you guys. Be sure to be tagging people right now, you guys, whether you personally sponsor them or not. It's about collaboration, and I encourage you guys to really get in collaboration. When you do that, you not only maximize your income, but you maximize the income of others, which is good because who was it? Zig Ziglar said something, you help enough people get what they want, you in turn get what you want. Totally slaughtered the quote, but okay. All right, a couple more tags here and then we'll get rocking tonight. Okay, keep it coming. 20 of you guys on right now. That is super stellar. I want you guys, each of you, even if you have already tagged someone, I want you to now tag someone again, okay? Not the same person, a new person, someone you have not tagged yet. Because if there is over 600 people in this group, not all of them are super active, which means it's up to you to be in collaboration to get them on this video so that everyone can win and everyone can be proactive in getting sales, gaining traction, and crushing their business. All right. Okay. So keep tagging people. Keep tagging people. Do it. Do it. Okay. So I am going to share my screen. Let's see. Where is the share? There we are. Okay, put a 2 in the comments if you guys can see my screen. Okay. And then we will dive into the document that we have. You guys should be able to see this now, right? Right? Hopefully. Okay. When you guys interact on Teachable Tuesday, so yesterday, for example, I put out a post about where are you getting stuck in your direct messages? Like, what is it that's like, I hate this part. This part is really hard for me, whatever else. So first, I'm going to go through the comments of what people had said they're struggling with. And when I say Jason Perez or Jamie Douglas or whatever, I want you guys to be tagging them. Okay. Because they're the ones who specifically ask these questions and we want them on here so they can get answers. And I know with confidence that everything we go over tonight will help you in your business, even if you did not participate in that post that I did yesterday. Okay. So first, Jason Perez and Jamie Douglas, make sure you spell Jamie right. Otherwise, her tagged name won't come up. Both of them had a couple comments about being pitched. So they add someone, right? They add someone, they tag someone, they interact with someone, and then that person ends up pitching them about Bitcoin, ends up pitching them about whatever opportunity that they have. Jason, I know yours was a lot focused on someone pitching you solo ads, right? So this is what I wanted to say to the both of you and to all 23 of you on right now, because it's that important. You attract what you are, not what you want. So if you guys are getting pitched, honestly, truly, it's probably because you're pitching. I don't get pitched. I like out of the 20 direct messages I get per day in my inbox, that someone found me from Reels, someone found me from YouTube, someone found me from Instagram, TikTok, they get into my Facebook group, whatever it is. Like out of 20 of them, not even one of them pitches me. And that's because I hold that authority positioning. So if the statement is true, you attract what you are, not what you want, and you're getting pitched, you've got to turn that around to yourself. Life's a mirror. Okay. And say, okay, is it because I'm pitching? Not that you're pitching to them in that direct message, right? That could be part of it, but it's more so about how you're presenting yourself other places. Are you pitching on your wall? Are you pitching in your stories? Are you going and leading with benefits, or are you going with features? Okay. I see a lot of you guys post things and I want to barf, to be honest, because it's all about features. I just found this amazing company that helped me save on my gas. I'm so excited. And then you tag a bunch of people. No, let them come to you. It's attraction marketing. Okay. You attract what you are, not what you want. And you guys can see right here, you've got to shift your belief system. If you keep affirming, okay, Jamie and Jason specifically, if you keep affirming like you did in the comments, I just attract people who want to pitch me. That's what you're attracting, because that's what you're expecting. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. Guess what? The universe hears, yes, I want that. They don't hear that you're annoyed. They hear that you want that. Okay. So if someone pitches you, this is what I recommend. And you guys can see it here. Feel free to, take these notes. This is also in the description of this video. So if you want to hop on with me instead of watching on the computer, but you want to reference this as you're watching, if you're able to, feel free to do so. Okay. So, hey, Bob, thanks so much for thinking of me. I'm not interested at this time, but if ever that changes, I'll be the first to give you a shout. Have an awesome evening. Because first, you're giving your authority back. Hey, thanks so much for thinking of me and not interested, but I will reach out to you if I'm interested. Have a good evening, which means the conversation is now over, right? That works for me 9 times out of 10, actually 9.9 times out of 10. And a lot of times, because of my posture, they'll then ask me what I do. And then here I am flipping them, right? Ironic. Okay, so Jamie Douglas, tag her right now, you guys. Jamie Douglas. She talked about being on the hamster wheel, getting nowhere with Facebook groups and direct messages. Okay, here's my advice. You either need to be upfront with the person and just flat out tell them, hey, I'm messaging you because I have an opportunity. If it's not for you, cool. But if it is, it could totally shift your life. Would you be willing to check it out? Okay. You guys can see kind of what I said here. I encourage doing a voice clip or even recording yourself. Okay. Hey, Katie, Kirsty Snyder here. I thought of you today because give 3 reasons. And I know your ambition. So I just had to reach out and then let them decide. Does that make sense, guys? You guys can read this. Okay. I'm not going to go over every single thing. For me, I hate when people small talk. I don't want to be added from a group and have someone tell me, oh, we have this group in common and how's work? Oh my gosh, I don't freaking care. So if I don't like that, I'm not going to do that to other people. But if I think of someone, let's say I know Katie is a baller, Susan is a baller, Tim is a baller, and I'm like, I got to have Tim on my team. Hey, Tim, thought of you because da, 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 da. To shoot it to you straight, this is totally about business, Tim. And if it's for you, awesome. But if not, hey, no problem. I just had to know I thought of you. But I would never message Tim Murray if I thought of him for a badass business decision and say, hey, Tim, how's it going? Like, ew, barf. Tim doesn't want that. Tim's like, hello, get to whatever freak you're pitching me, right? Hi, Bill. Good to see you. So Brian Williams, tag him right now for me, you guys, so he can get this answer as well. Brian Williams, okay, here's 3 different examples of what you can do to have a Facebook kind of post be engaging. Okay, I'm not going to read through them. You guys can do that on your own. If you guys go stalk my page, haha, Tim, right? It did actually. That's ironic. It did. You guys, that's actually the truth. That is funny, Tim. I forgot about that. I did enroll Tim Murray, who just commented, because I did shoot him to him straight. I said, hey, have you seen what Daniel and I are doing? One thing led to another. Here he is. But I did not be like, hi, Tim. Like, how's it going? No, nope. I just got to the point. In fact, I did that. Who did I do that with? I did that with a couple other people. Now I can't remember who. Anyway, that's funny, Tim. That's so funny. Okay, Jonathan Goggins. For you, I can see that you're loving this. So yes, Jonathan is here. Jonathan, my friend, don't say, if you have any questions, let me know so I can help. You are not customer service. Lead with authority. Lead with authority. Instead, and this goes for every single time you're direct messaging someone, you have to end your message with a question. End your message with a question. The literal only time I do not do that is when someone messages me first. So they're in my request folder, for example, and they say, hey, I want info. Hey, I saw your reel. I want info. That is the only time. Hi, Melissa. Good to see you, girl. That is the only time that I do not end my message with a question. Unless I'm just saying like, hey, congrats, you're in, here's the site, go getting started. I don't, whatever. I don't leave it open. I assume the authority position and I ask an open-ended question. Okay. One caveat with that, one time I do not do that, which we'll get to here in just a moment. But don't say, someone messages you, hey, I want some info. Cool. So let them get the info, but you've got to have the authority position. They're not going to let you know if they have questions. You have to assume they do. You have to assume that they do, which we'll get to here in just a moment as well. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. Let's see. Okay. So Vanessa, you guys, I think Vanessa is on. I think she's still on. Jamie, no more forgetting. No more forgetting. You are in control of the conversation. And the only way you're in control is if you ask an open-ended question, because then it's coming from you and you're leading them to where you want them to go. But yet psychologically, they think it was their idea, which is how you do attraction marketing. Okay. Vanessa, good to have you. Vanessa asked, well, you didn't ask, I don't remember your question, but I remember your comment in my post from yesterday about Teachable Tuesday that you said, they want information. You're on this social mom website. They want information and you lead with the name of the company. And then you ask them if they want information. No, my friend, they reached out to you. They want information. So the best thing you can say is, Hey, Becky, I'm so excited to chat with you about this work at home job. I love it. And I'm confident you can too, or that you will too, or something. And then say, this is the only time I will do a closed ended question. Becky, have you seen my business overview yet? And then let Becky answer. But if you just say, hey, like it's Savings Highway Global, and do you want more information? Barf, I don't want more information. Now I'm just on Google looking up Savings Highway. Like, what is this? What is this? Right? Do you want more information? Now, I'm not saying, Vanessa, that you're timid. And all of you guys, I'm not saying that you're like this little shell of like, I can't like lead with authority. But I am saying when you approach it with authority and you say, have you seen my business overview yet? Which we'll get to a little bit more in a second. Okay. Because I have a rhyme and reason for why I say that. Then the conversation continues. But if it's like Jonathan, let me know, they're not going to let you know. And then how do you follow up? They never let you know. So now you're a salesman and you're following up like, oh, you never let me know. So awkward, right? Am I right? Have you guys felt that before? Put yes if you felt that before. The reason you ask questions and the reason you assume the authority position and you are there all the while, like Michaelin, okay? I remember you saying this. Well, I feel awkward. Like, how do I build rapport and still have authority? You do it just like this. You do it just like this, right? Okay. You have the questions so that you're the one leading them instead of them leading you. If they're leading you, you're going to feel like a salesperson. And that is not what you want. I can tell you 0 times I have felt salesy. And as soon as I feel, if I were to feel salesy, I would be able to know exactly what the problem was. And it was because I did not ask a question to lead them to where I want them to go. And or I ended with like yeah, so like, let me know. Let me know. Honestly, the only time I say something like, let me know is when, hey, Becky, so excited to chat with you about this work at home position. I love it. I'm confident you will too. Have you seen my business overview yet? No, I haven't. Most of the time, the person doesn't even acknowledge anything you said. They only answer the question. So it's pretty short. No, I haven't. Awesome, Becky. When you have the time to watch it, let me know and I will drop you the link. You guys better be writing that down. I don't know if I wrote it in here. Awesome, Becky. When you have the time to watch it, let me know and I'll drop you the link. The reason you do that is because you're not spamming them into here's my link. Here's my link. Hopefully they watched it. I don't know if they did. Oh crap, I don't know if they subscribed because Daniel takes care of the emails. Like, no. Reel it back. Okay. You assume the authority position by saying, when you have the time, let me know. So I will drop it your way. I am not dropping it your way until what? You have their permission. And you want them to admit, yeah, I'm busy at work. Great. Hit me up tonight. Or you could even take it a step further and say, awesome, I will reach out to you tonight after dinner, something like that. Because then what? They know that you're going to reach out. There's no awkward follow-up because they already know you're going to follow up. And they thought it was their idea because they said, I'm at work. I can look at it tonight. Awesome, Lance. I'll shoot it to you tonight. Or I'll follow up then. Make it a good day at work, whatever. And then you just let it be. Does that make sense, you guys? That was kind of a lot. Okay, so Michaelin, Miller, and Shania Davis right here. Okay, tag them for me, you guys. I think both of them are on, I hope. When people say it's a scam or they leave a negative comment, it's not even worth your breath. Who the freak cares? Someone who comments on your TikTok video, on your YouTube video, on your Facebook post and saying, oh, it's a scam, it's a pyramid. You're right. I guess it is a scam. Keep going on with your limited mindset. Why even, you're not in the convincing game. So yeah, there's part of me that would be like my pyramid scheme one. Literally everything is a pyramid. Think of a family. You have the parents, you have the children, you have the grandchildren, you have the aunts and uncles, yada, yada. Literally that's a pyramid. What else is a pyramid? when I go get my hair done. I pay my hairdresser, but guess what? That hairdresser had to get product from Sally's Beauty Supply, and the dude over Sally's Beauty Supply is making all the money. He's making all the money. And then you get your hair done, and oh, look, your hairdresser made money off of you. Oh no, it's a scam. I'll tell you a scam. Walmart. Hi, little peon cashier and bagger. You can only make 12 bucks an hour or less. But don't worry, the manager on the floor is making 20. Oh, and don't worry, the supervisor over them is making 25. Oh, and don't worry, that's where you stay. That, my friend, is a scam. So you can give those analogies, sure. And in fact, they're kind of funny, especially when you voice message and say that, then the person really understands, right? Or don't, because it's not worth your breath. You have to choose your battle, okay? Does that make sense, Michaela and Shania? Let me know. Let's see. All right, Susan. Susan is right there. Good job, my friend. Okay, so for those who like your Instagram or Facebook post, for example, I will do, some type of work at home inspiration, something or other on my Facebook page. And I will then what? Hashtag who I'm talking to. Hashtag stay-at-home moms, for example. Okay. And then when people comment, if they're like, if they comment, I reply back. If they just like it, like my live videos that I do on my Facebook feed, I will tag those 20 people who just liked the video, but I never saw a comment from them. And yeah, it takes time, but I have had sales come from that because what? I'm following up. And when I follow up, I give them a video. I did that with Anthony Torres. Anthony, I should see if I can tag Anthony here. Someone tag Anthony Torres. He has another name in his name. I can't tag him right now. It's not letting me. But Anthony watched a video of mine like 3 Tuesdays ago, I think it was. Anthony, he just stopped on. If I remember correctly, did I send you a video? Did I say, hey, Anthony, Kirsty here. I know you watched my video about whatever, wanted to know what questions you have for me. Something like that. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was. And then Anthony got into the business, right? Same thing with Isaac. If Isaac is here, you guys should tag him. Isaac Olmstead, I think is his last name. Isaac Olmstead, I think it is. Isaac did the same thing. You guys, this works. But what I would encourage, Susan, is when you tag them, you're using something similar to the ATM method. Okay. The ATM method, you're not just tagging them, you're tagging them with purpose so that they care about why they got notified on a tag. If you just tag them in a video, I don't freaking care. Why am I watching this video? Right? Who cares? But when you tag them and say, hey, my favorite part is at minute 7, or hey, my friend saved X amount and it's so great because you and I were chatting about that and I thought of you, whatever, right? You have to give them a reason to want to look and read the tag and then either watch the video or look at the thing that you tagged them in, like the picture or whatever it is. Okay. Like using the ATM method, when you tag them, Susan, you have 20 people like a video of yours, you have 20 people like a post of yours about saving on gas, whatever it is. Okay. When that happens, like for example, when you use something like this from Brian's question, okay, these 3 right here, when you use something like this, okay, 5 spots open for my work at home job. If you think you have what it takes, drop a comment below. There's a takeaway there. Maybe you don't have what it takes. I'm not sure. Some people won't be confident to comment. Some people will just like the post. So Susan, you can go through and see who liked the post and then tag them either individually or all together. Say there's like 10 of them. You can tag all 10 and say, I'd love to chat with you about this. You can even acknowledge, hey, thanks for the love on my post. I would love to chat with you about this. I've sent you a direct message. That's it. And then put it in their court. But if you're gonna do that, send them a voice clip or send them a video. You can record in a video, like, 15 seconds worth, I think. You being able to say, hey, Anthony, Kirsty Snyder here. I know you watched my video from whatever earlier today. So excited to chat with you about this. What questions do you have for me? Or even better, you assume the sell entirely and say, when do you want to get started? Because what's the worst that could happen? Anthony responds, oh my gosh, you're so crazy, drop dead and die. I mean, or he doesn't respond at all. Cool. He's not your guy. Move on. Does that make sense, you guys? Let me know. Let me know if that makes sense. Okay, so Ayush, I'm still saying that wrong. I'm so sorry. You said it the other day. I even asked you how to pronounce your name, and now I don't remember. Tag these two right here. Jamie is here. I don't know if Ayush, oh my gosh. I don't know if he's here. Okay, so again, you're not convincing anyone of anything. You are not selling. You're not selling. Drill that into your brain. You are marketing. You're simply bringing awareness to what you have to offer. The offer is not being sold. You are not selling. You are bringing awareness through marketing. Okay, there's a huge difference there. As soon as you feel like you're a salesman, you're doing it wrong. Again, you attract what you are, not what you want. So if you feel salesy, if you feel like people are selling you, it's probably because you are putting that out there. It's because you're putting that out there. I take this as far as when I go into my own Facebook group, okay? And I did a live video, I think it was on my webinar that Anthony probably came from, something like that, if I remember correctly, okay? I specifically said, do you guys feel sold by me? And I owned it. I said, do you feel sold by me? Vanessa, isn't that why you got in? Wasn't that same webinar, I think? I don't remember. Anyway, someone, maybe it was Shania too. I don't recall. But I specifically said, I lead with passion, energy, and excitement. The only time I follow up with you is when I've told you I will. It's not because I'm selling you. It's because I'm excited to have you say yes to your goals. And that is the truth. That is the truth. Okay. What you could say when they ask, okay, so this is Jamie and gosh, I don't know how to say his name now. Ayush. I think it's, I don't know. Anyway, you guys commented about, I'm going to get into gold to test it out. I've had conversations with you guys about this. People I've directly sponsored. I have specifically said, you attract what you are, not what you want. If you knew Vanessa, Steven, Anthony, Paula, that I was gold, would you come in at titanium? Probably not, right? If Steven reached out to me and said, hey, I'd really like to start, but I'm wondering which one you recommend. Oh, titanium, Steven, you should do titanium. It's got better benefits. It's got better money, blah, blah, blah. And then Steven's like, oh, what are you? Oh, I'm gold. There goes all my credibility. So if you want to attract $100 commissions, you have to be titanium. You do. You get what you are, not what you want. If you want to attract people who take your business more seriously, who take their business more seriously, you have to be that. Okay. For those people who test it out, okay, you guys can read this if you want. Right here. Okay. Here's the takeaway. I mean, really, it's a tie down. This is how you're not selling. You're not selling. Okay. Hey, Steven, you can start at gold, but you know what? You never have to upgrade as it's not required. And I like to say it's not going to determine your success. What I would invite you to consider though, Steven, is if you found out I was a gold member, would you come in at a higher package? No, probably not. So if you want to make more income and have $50 commissions from platinum and $100 commissions from titanium, I would recommend you go there. But hey, if your budget doesn't allow it, great. Better to start than nothing. That's kind of how I approach it. Okay. So many people have gotten into this who then go into platinum at least after saying that they're going to only do gold because of a phrase like that. So take note, it will increase your sales and your commissions. Okay. Come in at the level you value yourself at. That's a big thing. That is a huge thing. Okay. And then I shoot it to people very, very straight. I've had people reach out and say, well, can I cancel at any time? Yeah, Katie, you can cancel at any time. But I'll tell you what, if your mentality going into it is to have a back door, I would rather you not enroll. And it's not because I don't love you. It's because if you need a plan B, your plan A won't work out. I want committed people. I only work with action takers. Are you one of them? Okay. Now that's very direct. And maybe that kind of phrasing won't work for you guys. Maybe it'll work for some of you, maybe not all, but take that kind of phrasing and make it your own. But again, you're assuming the authority position. You don't want to lead with something like, yeah, come in as gold and, test it out. No, they will be the person who quits within the week. They will. And you don't want to attract that. You want to work with action takers. Are you one of them, Vanessa? Are you one of them, Katie? And then let them be like, oh, crap. Well, now what do I say? Yeah, you're right. I'm committed. Like they'll feel like a dummy. Of course, they're going to be like, yeah, I'm an action taker. And now I need to prove it. Right? Does that make sense? Yeah, that's hilarious. Okay. So Leslie Hart, Shania Davis, Stephen Wynn, Michaela Miller. The questions that you guys asked, I know are covered down here. Okay. So I didn't specify yours necessarily. I'm not going to read all of these. You guys can go through them. What I want you guys to notice though, as a tangent on TikTok is do not put a period, COM. TikTok will flag your stuff or ban you or shadow you or whatever. If you're saying link in bio, go to the link in bio on anything. And if you type out, go to theksnyder.com with a period, that will be flagged by TikTok. So put an asterisk, put like a circle emoji, put something else. Okay. You guys can read this. These are the, 3 typical responses that I say, and I literally copy and paste them, boom, 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 until TikTok blocks me. Okay. Don't let me down. Jamie. Okay, I'm not going to read through them because you guys can read through them. My reply for Facebook Reels is always this or this. This is the only time. I mean, maybe I'm missing out on sales, really. Maybe I am. Maybe I should be messaging every single person who comments on Facebook Reels, but I don't, because if they're serious, they'll reach out to me. And who do I want to work with? Serious people, right? That doesn't mean you can't reach out to them. You can, but don't start out with a freaking pitch. Don't you dare do that. You need to say something that's like, hey, Jonathan, Kirsty here. You commented on this reel. Maybe you share the reel to them in the message so they remember who the freak you are. Okay. You commented on this. I'd love to chat with you. When works? Or when do you want to chat about it? Again, ending it with a question. Don't just be like, hey, you commented on my reel. And by the way, it's Saving Time with Global. And bleh, bleh. They don't care. Okay. When a person goes here to my site, I have it set up so that they can connect with me other places. And because I say, feel free to DM me, a lot of people do, but not everyone does, which is the point. You're attracting action takers. Okay. Does that make sense, you guys? Create text shortcuts for your hashtag isn't even replies. Yep. 100%, Jamie. Love it. Generic reply to a Facebook post. Sweet. I'll shoot you a DM now. Okay. Sure thing. Send me a direct message when you have the time. Because again, authority positioning. You're not in their inbox. You're attracting them. If they're serious, they will. Now, again, I could be missing out on sales by doing it that way. And maybe I should start, I'll message you. I do both. But it depends what their comment is. If someone's like been in my Facebook group for a long time and they're like, I want info, and say their profile picture is a dog, I'm not going to take that as seriously as someone who has the posture from their profile, right? Which maybe is judgmental, but hey, it's worked out for me right now, right? Judge me, it's fine. But there's a couple examples. Okay, following up. Hey, Jonathan, just wanted to touch base with you on working from home. What questions can I answer for you now? Now is a power word. The reason I use that at the end of it is because psychologically they're thinking now. Even if they're at work, they're going to respond now. Okay. Same thing. Hey there, Jamie, following up on our previous message. How can I help you get started? Because here's the thing. They might say, I'm ready to get started. Send me the enrollment link. Boom, boom, man, you just got a sale. You asked for it, you got it. You don't get anything you don't ask for. Okay. Hey, Jonathan, following up from our previous message, how can I help you get started? That is assuming to sell like crazy. And if they resist it, that's on them. That is not you being salesy. That is them. That is their own self-image saying, I can't. Wow, she must be annoying. Cool, man. If you think I'm annoying, great. Don't want to work with you. You know? Okay, generic message to people in my Facebook group. You guys can read that. Okay. I also include the Facebook group link because not all the time does Facebook notify a person when they get into a group, especially if they're invited to the group. They definitely don't get notified. But sometimes they don't get notified if they, answer the questions and they get into the group too. So you guys can read that. Again, have you seen my business overview yet? I allow them to respond and then I know how to take it from there, like we talked about earlier. Okay. 2 questions I always ask either before or after someone messages me. These 2 are so fun. They are so fun. And by the way, any freaking time you can, first of all, get over yourself. Okay. In a message like this, you don't have to say, hey, so like, what's your income goal? No, you don't have to video that. The time you do the videos is like I did with Anthony. Hey, you watched my webinar. How can I help you get started? Because he already saw me and now he's seeing me again, right? Those are like one and the same. For after someone gets into my Facebook group, for example, have you seen the business overview yet? No, I haven't. Awesome. Let me know when you want the link, right? Let me know when you have the time to watch the link, whatever. Oh, right now I just took my break on lunch. Cool. Cody, good to have you. I will follow up here in about 15 minutes. Why? Because the VSL is 10 minutes. So you're giving them a 5-minute buffer. They just committed to watching it. And you just said you're going to follow up. It's not awkward. They already know you are. Okay. From there, and sometimes before, this can all be edited the way you see fit. Okay. In whatever order you see fit. Hey, McKaylin, so great to chat with you. You're in my business, you're in my Facebook group now. I want to know why the online space. I've discovered it's not a fit for everyone. So always makes me curious why you want to work online. And then let her decide. Do not answer for them. Don't answer for them. If you answer for them, they will stop responding. So it's not a question of why do you want to make money online? Is it because you want to pay off debt or you want to spend time with kids or you hate your 9 to 5? You give them 3 options. What if their reason is not any of those? Let them answer. Don't decide for them what they should say like it's a multiple choice question. Okay. What do you want to make from home? I like knowing that because I like to know how ambitious a person is. And if their number is something like $500 to $1,000, I know they're coming in as a gold member. More than likely. Now I could be wrong, but most of the time I'm pretty accurate. If they say I want to make $7,000 and then I, rapport building. Okay. This goes with McKaylin's question. How do you build rapport and be real without, and also with this authority positioning, right? Not salesy. Well, hey, McKaylin, I'd love to know how much money you want to make from home. And then let her answer. $2,000. Oh my gosh, how awesome would that be? That's like $12 an hour, but without working 160 hours. Holy cow. Can you imagine how that would feel? Oh my gosh, that would help so much. You are doing what, guys? You're painting the dream. And they're acknowledging the pain of I'm in debt or or, oh no, my daughter is sad. Hold on. Let me know, you guys, if that makes sense. All 26 of you. I'll wait for the comments to come in right now. Hold on. Baby girl. My sweetie girl. Oh, baby girl. She's a sad little squishy. Cute bug. Okay. Woo-hoo. Let's see. Okay. So you guys, those are the 2 questions I love asking to build great rapport. And again, anytime that you can, voice message it. Lance, would you rather have a question from me that says, hey, so for you, Lance, why the online space? I've blah, 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 blah. Or would you like to hear me say that? Because a person could read this. So for you, Lance, why the online space? They could read it like it's a bad thing. I found that making money online won't be a fit for everyone. So it makes me curious as to why you're wanting to get started. Guys, that sentence, that question is so good. It's so good. Oh dear. Don't spit out your binky. I think I have another one. Sneak attack. Okay. So don't be afraid to ask for the sell. In fact, assume it. Awesome. Michaela, when do you want to get started? Sweet, Susan. Sounds like it's a great fit for you. When are you enrolling? And sounds good. Jamie, what day do you want to enroll this week? Oh, well, I get paid Wednesday. Awesome. I'll put it on my calendar and follow up then. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to give me a shout. Why? Because now, just like in a sales call, the reason you feel sold or salesy is because you continue the conversation. And then what are you doing? Becoming their friend. And friends don't buy from friends. They don't. They buy because they think it's their idea. Does that make sense, you guys? That was huge. Like that's a huge psychology piece. Okay. Assume the sale again, direct questions, right? And then when you follow up on Wednesday, because Jamie gets paid then, let's say, you just assume the sale. Hey, my schedule is super packed today. Didn't want you to think I forgot about you. When do you want the enrollment link? Because again, authority positioning. I'm so busy, but hey, I didn't forget. I had on my calendar, just like I said. When do you want to go? Right? Does that make sense, you guys? Put yes or no in the comments. And if you have questions around that, let me know. In fact, if you have questions about anything, we'll do a Q&A here in about 5 minutes. Okay, so tips that you can connect with someone. Okay, again, using a voice clip, depending on the question they have, respond with a voice clip or even a video clip. There are sometimes Jamie Douglas and I do this all the time. Yeah, Jamie's already part of SHG, but I can guarantee you that I probably had sent her videos of me talking back and forth before she got into SHG. Because I'm doing what? I'm building a relationship, which from a business standpoint, just strictly business increases your retention. But if you don't show face and if you never do a voice clip, they're just reading text. You don't stand out. And if you don't stand out, they're on to the next opportunity. They're buying into you. They're buying into you, not the job, not the business. Sure, that's a benefit. That's nice. But the reason they stay is because of you. You as their sponsor. So you got to lead, just like Daniel always says, passion, energy, excitement. Not selling, not convincing, not desperate for someone to finally get into titanium. No, bro, you should be attracting that because you expect it. Okay. Let's see. Okay. DM phrases that give you authority positioning. Again, kind of wrapping up because we already talked about this. Have you seen my business overview yet? When you're able to watch it, Jamie, let me know and I'll drop you the link. I did that today so specifically, and I almost felt a little awkward because when let's call her Jennifer, I don't remember who it was, she reached out, she opened up about how she has a lot of medical debt and how her twins this and that, and I feel for her because my son, when he was 6 months old, was diagnosed with epilepsy, and we were life flighted like 4 hours away. It was crazy. I hated it. Another story for another time. Okay. So what did I do? I voice messaged her back. Jennifer, thank you so much for having the courage to express what you have. I admire that. And just know you're not alone. My son, blah, blah, blah. I'm sending you all the good vibes and prayers right now. And then I sent another voice message. So I chopped it up. I acknowledged what she said. Hi, Jordan. Good to have you. I acknowledged what she said. She feels cared about. And then my next message was like, I'm excited to see if this is the fit for you at home, especially because you want to be with your twins, whatever. Okay. Have you seen my business overview yet? Hey, no, I haven't. Not yet. Great. Let me know when you want the link and I'll drop it your way. Then her response was, well, you can send it now, but I'll get to it tonight after work. I'm actually running out the door to work, whatever, something like that. She was running out the door. She couldn't watch it now, but she wanted me to drop the link. I could have just dropped the link, but I didn't. And here's why. Again, authority positioning. Hey, Jennifer, I'm actually running out the door too. I was, ironically. So I made a joke. I am actually running out the door too. I'll drop the link to you tonight when you're back at home. Talk to you then. Because when she follows up with me tonight, I know she's super interested. It's like a psychological yes of like, send it to me. I know that you care. And now I'm at home and I thought of you. Now what is happening? She's coming to me, not me going to her, and not me then awkwardly following up. Hey, like, are you home from work yet? Or like, did you watch my overview or what? Like, no, because I know she will when she reaches out for the link, you know? Does that make sense, you guys? Let me know. Okay, let's open it up for questions. Any specific questions you guys have? Let me know. My little baby. The beautiful thing is, Jamie, Braxton is now 5 and he's not had a seizure for over 2 years. So we're feeling very, very grateful. But for a while there, that was, never want to go back to that. Let's be honest. Okay. So Bev says, what is the best thing to send to give them the overview? What do you mean by that? So in your step 2 in the 1, 2, 3 SHG training that we have, that your sponsor should have sent you when you first enrolled, in that step 2, you have a couple options for, lost my train of thought. For funnels that you can send them, you're going to want to send them the one that captures their email so then we can follow up with them on the back end. Now, if there's someone, you went to high school with, you don't necessarily have to send them the one that captures the email because you maybe have different rapport with them. Or if you feel like they're a hot lead and they're going to enroll, awesome. Don't worry about doing the email capture one. But excuse me, keep your pinky in your mouth. She kills me. I don't know if you guys can hear her like munching. I'm sorry. Oh, my Lanta. Okay. So pick one of the funnels, the video sales letters that you want to use. If you guys missed it, we do have the female voice now. It's my voice doing the VSL. So if that works with your avatar more, you can use that or stick with the male voice, Daniel's voice. And I mean, you could test both and see which one works better, but your avatar. So you would know if they resonate with one voice compared to another. For me, I use the female voice, obviously, because it's me and that works for my avatar. Let's see. Alana says, responding to messages as we speak. Perfect, my dear. Good. And let's see. So Michaelan says, I'm wondering how we give them the funnel over TikTok. I said link in bio. So stop saying link in bio. Even if you could say link in bio, you give your authority away because now you're making it in their court to what? Click out of the video. They look at the notification. They see your comment. And now you're giving them a third thing to have to go click and do. No, they just want to see the comment and know exactly what to do. Right. Which ironically, I mean, it requires the same amount of work, but when you say link in bio, they don't feel taken care of. When you specifically reply back with something like, where is it? Oh my gosh, I'm so blind. Where the freak is it? Something, oh my gosh, I can't find it. Where is it? Oh, right here. Yay, Michaelan, all through digital networking. Let's say you asked, how I do it, something like that. Hop over to theksnr.com now for insight. Find me on Facebook after if you want to chat directly. That feels way more personable. Even if that person scrolls through all the comments and sees that you are literally commenting that to every single person, that person feels taken care of. And you said if you want to chat directly, right? So it gives them a reason to want to reach out. If you just say link in bio, They don't care. Everyone says link in bio. Hey, link in bio. You want to give them a reason to remember you and what you stand out, you know? Does that make sense? Also, just on the logic standpoint of TikTok, TikTok is a platform that is here and there that goes in waves. Do not rely, not that you guys are, but do not rely on TikTok unless you're really in the mood to start over all the dang time. Okay. I don't have a landing page yet. Should I say find me on Facebook for insight? No, you have a landing page because, well, you just need to hook a domain. So workwithmikaylin.com, whatever, have that be your link. Okay. And then, or choose another one. You don't have to use workwithmikaylin.com, but just hook your domain to the VSL. So the domain says workwithmikaylin.com, but then it goes to the female version of the VSL, right? Let's see. And yeah, you could just direct them to Facebook. You could. It depends. You've got to think, Mikaylin, from the end result. So if, for example, a lot of you guys have said, I know Shania was struggling with this. Who else? A couple other people, I think. I'm not getting any comments. Well, are you asking for comments? Well, no, I just say go to link in bio or something. Well, yeah, no wonder no one's commenting because you have to treat people, especially on TikTok, like they're 2 years old. If you want them to comment, you need to tell them to comment. You need to tell them to comment, not let me know if you're interested. I mean, not that you guys end it that way, but if you don't give them a direct call to action, they do take it like, oh no, like let me know or something. You know, you need to have that authority positioning. Let's see. Mikaylin, let me know if that made sense for you. Can you give an example of a sales pitch versus marketing angle? Like what would be considered salesy? Honestly, truly, Jonathan, I think that they're literally one and the same. I think it comes down to how you feel when you ask something. For example, Alana might not be so blunt and say, hey, Jeff, when are you enrolling? But for me, that's 100% my personality. And I don't feel salesy when I do it. But if Alana or whoever is like, I can't say that, I feel so salesy, they're going to smell that BS as soon as you send it, which comes across inauthentic because it's not you, right? So they're literally one and the same. You have to figure out your own voice, Jonathan, for how direct or how specific or how blunt you want to be, still maintaining that authority positioning. And if at first, say you really like the question of what questions can I answer for you now, rather than let me know if you have questions, right? One is a little bit more subtle. One is like expecting questions. But expecting questions also allows them to feel safe in asking something. If it's a let you know, they're not going to let you know. They're going to go and like get in their head and have all these assumptions, right? I can't do this because, and it must be a scam because, and you know, does that make sense? Let me know. TikTok was taken down completely today. Yep. TikTok is not something to rely on. It's just not. But I must say, YouTube is something to rely on. Everyone tag Jarn. Wow. I combined his first and last name. Everyone tag John Artsberger. John is smashing it on YouTube right now. Absolutely smashing it. He's had 2 enrollments today. I'm pretty sure both of them came from YouTube. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I don't know if he's still here, but TikTok is bipolar where YouTube is not. You could literally put something on there about income results and you would probably never be taken down. Like chances are very likely you won't be taken down. Okay. Let's see. Did I miss a question? So Alana says, I have someone who is like, I'm not creative at doing videos like you. Can I still do this? Heck yeah. Yeah, because we're going to teach you how to do that. And it's not about creativity. It's about passion. It's not about creativity. I mean, think of it, Alana, for example, you could even tell her this. Okay. You did a TikTok video, what, yesterday? Jossie, why are you so grumpy? There goes your binky. Oh, hunger. Yeah, you're welcome. She's so funny. Alana, you did a TikTok video yesterday that started out with you brushing your teeth and then you like did a dance and you clapped your hands, right? That to me is not creative. That to me is following a trend, which is duplicatable because it's literally right in front of you. So the person does not have to be creative. The person has to have the drive and the passion to succeed, and they will. And honestly, you could take that and voice clip that, and that person's going to feel your passion. They're going to enroll because right now they're in their head of like, I've never created videos. I don't know what to do. Well, no, duh, Sherlock, you've never done it. No, duh, you don't know what to do. Duh. So, hey, stay in your assumption about how you're not creative, or express your creativity because you've been in your head. We'll show you how to do it. Ugh, can't scroll. Ugh, hold on. Let's see. Can you hold your own bottle? How about you hold your own bottle? How about that? Huh? Oh, shoot. Let's see. Ha ha ha. Good, Alana. I'm glad. Okay, so Susan asks, can you just block the people who are trying to sell you something, or is it best to reply as you mentioned earlier? Case by case. It's case by case. For me, I don't even block them. I almost always reply. Now, this is through Facebook. Through TikTok, I block people like crazy. I don't freaking care. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Don't care. For something like Instagram or something like Facebook, where it's a direct message and they're connecting with you and more than just like really dumb short form videos, I always say something very similar to, I guess I could unshare myself, huh? I always say something very similar to, hey, Susan, thanks for thinking of me. I'm not interested at this time in that product, but if that changes, I will let you know. Have an awesome evening. The end. Especially if you say it in a voice clip, they ain't going to message you again. Plus, they didn't have the guts to voice message you. So really, they should be taking tips from you, right? I'm just saying. Okay. She's done with her video. I know, right? See, in Facebook Reels, you guys, Steven just commented about how he got 50 leads today. So those 50 leads, now you have a lot of ammunition to then go follow up and be authority, right? With those leads, though, Facebook Reels does not take down your videos. So you could literally use TikTok as the platform to just create the video if you're used to using it for making the video, like me. Don't want to, learn how to do other places. And then use SnapTik, SNAP period TIK. We, for some reason, can't put that in Facebook. It won't let you comment that. Use SnapTik to get rid of the watermark and then put it on Facebook Reels. Ironically, and it's not even ironic, it's a different platform, but the leads that I get on TikTok, the ones that blow up on TikTok, get a lot of comments or something like that, get nothing on Reels. And then things that are like blowing up on Reels get nothing on TikTok. You're talking to two different audiences there, even though it's short form videos. So do both. But also be like John Artsberger, and get on freaking YouTube. I'm eating my own words. I need to do that too, and way more consistently. Really? Is that how you feel? Can you guys hear her? She's angry at her bottle. Silly bum. Okay, so we'll wrap up here in just a moment. I know I've been going about an hour. Let's see. Facebook took down some of your reels. What? That's hilarious. But see, now you have your avatar, so that works. Let's see. Do the sheets you use straight to Google? Wait, what? Do the sheets you use go straight to Google Drive under shared? It should, yes. But if you click the link inside of this description, you'll be able to grab the link. You can just save the link if you want. I mean, if you want it on your own and you're worried about like losing it somewhere else, just copy the information and put it on your own doc or a Word doc or however you want to do it. All right, folks, I think we're going to wrap up now. I know we've been going about an hour. I hope that you guys got a lot of nugget loving from this. Okay. And if you guys have additional questions when you're catching the replay, because you ought to catch the replay. There's a lot that you could draw from this. If it's your first time watching it, make sure to tag me if you have a question, because I won't always see if you're catching the replay later. It doesn't always notify me every time someone comments. So tag me. I know, baby girl. Tag me so that I can answer whatever question you have. Okay. All right. We'll see you for Focus Friday. By the freaking way, we are so excited to have you guys on for next Wednesday, our specific exclusive launch. You have until Friday, the 6th, I think it is, to hit director to be on that webinar next week. We're expecting a huge explosion. We're having a lot of different things happen that night, special guest, testimonials, all of that you want to be there for. But the only way you can do that is if you get to director by Friday. Director is only 5 people. So first of all, go enroll a spouse and you only need 4 more. Okay. All right, let's go. Director, here I come. Yep, Stephen, you got it. Okay, awesome, guys. We will see you on Focus Friday, and we will be so thrilled to announce all the people who do hit director. Are you going to be one of them? Go take action, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.